The National Association for Stock Car Auto Racing, LLC, NASCAR, is an American auto racing sanctioning and operating company that is best known for stock car racing. It is considered to be one of the top-ranked motorsports organizations in the world and is one of the largest spectator sports in America. The privately owned company was founded by Bill France Sr. in 1948, and his son, Jim France, has been the CEO since August 2018. The company is headquartered in Daytona Beach, Florida. Each year, NASCAR sanctions over 1,500 races at over 100 tracks in 48 U.S. states, as well as in Canada, Mexico, Brazil, and Europe. NASCAR and stock car racing as a whole traces its roots back to moonshine runners during Prohibition, who grew to compete against each other in a show of pride. This happened notably in North Carolina. In 1935, Bill France Sr. established races in Daytona Beach with the hope that people would come to watch races and that racers would race for him, as other organizers tended to fleece the winners of their payouts. This was a success, and the series was founded in 1948. Races were held in several divisions, which eventually morphed into what is the ladder. The Cup Series at the top, the Xfinity Series second, and the Truck Series third, with smaller series spread out below. Chevrolet, Ford, and Toyota compete in each series. The vast majority of NASCAR drivers are American, but drivers from Canada, Mexico, Europe, and other places have competed. All Cup Series races are held across America. There are 36 points-paying races in a season, along with the preseason Clash and mid-season All-Star race. NASCAR runs races primarily on ovals, including superspeedways, short tracks, and dirt tracks, but also road courses and street circuits. Richard Petty holds the Cup Series wins record with 200. He is tied with Dale Earnhardt and Jimmy Johnson for the championship record, with 7 each. Entering the 2024 season, Ryan Blaney is the defending Cup Series champion. Founding. On March 8, 1936, a collection of drivers gathered at Daytona Beach, Florida. The drivers brought coupes, hardtops, convertibles, and sports cars to compete in an event to determine the fastest cars and best drivers. Throughout the race, the heavier cars got bogged down in the sand, while the lightweight Fords navigated the ruts of the course, eventually claiming the top 6 finishes for the race. Of the 27 cars that started the event, only 10 managed to survive the ordeal, as officials halted the event 10 miles, 16 km short of the scheduled 250-mile, 400 km distance. Driver Milt Marion was declared the winner, and a young Bill France placed 5th at the end of the day. By early 1947, Bill France saw the potential for a unified series of racing competitors. France announced the foundation of the National Championship Stock Car Circuit, otherwise known as NCSCC. France approached the American Automobile Association, or AAA, in hopes of obtaining financial backing for the venture. When the AAA declined support of the venture, France proceeded to announce a set of rules and awards for the NCSCC. France declared that the winner of the 1947 NCSCC season would receive $1,000 honors, equivalent to $36,405 in 2023, and a trophy. The season would begin in January 1947 at the Daytona Beach track and conclude in Jacksonville the following December. Nearly 40 events were logged during the season, and attendance often exceeded the venue's capacity. The competitors were paid as promised, and by the end of the season, driver Fonty Flock was declared the season champion after winning 7 events of the 24 that he entered. Bill France delivered the $1,000 and 4-foot-high trophy to Flock at the end of the season, along with $3,000 in prize money to other drivers who competed throughout the season. At the end of the 1947 season, Bill France announced that there would be a series of meetings held at the Streamline Hotel in Florida, beginning on December 14, 1947. At 1 p.m., France called to order the 35 men who represented the NCSCC on the top floor of the hotel. The meeting was the first of 4 seminars in which France would outline his vision of an organized group of race car drivers. The name originally chosen for the series was National Stock Car Racing Association, when it was pointed out that that name was already in use by a rival sanctioning body. National Association for Stock Car Auto Racing, proposed by mechanic Red Vogt, was selected as the organization's name. NASCAR was founded by William France Sr. on February 21, 1948, with the help of several other drivers of the time. The original plans for NASCAR included 3 distinct divisions: modified, roadster, and strictly stock. The modified and roadster classes were seen as more attractive to fans. It turned out that NASCAR fans wanted nothing to do with the roadsters, which fans perceived as a Northeast or Midwest series. The Roadster division was quickly abandoned, while the Modified division now operates as the NASCAR Wellen Modified Tour. The strictly stock division was put on hold as American automobile manufacturers were unable to produce family sedans quickly enough to keep up with post-World War II demand. The 1948 schedule featured 52 modified dirt track races. The sanctioning body hosted its first event at Daytona Beach on February 15, 1948. Red Byron beat Marshall Teague in the Modified division race. Byron won the 1948 National Championship. Things had changed dramatically by 1949, and the strictly stock division was able to debut with a 20-mile, 32-km exhibition in February near Miami. The first NASCAR strictly stock race ever was held at Charlotte Speedway, although this is not the same track as the Charlotte Motor Speedway that is a fixture on current NASCAR schedule. The race was held on June 19, 1949, and won by driver Jim Roper when Glenn Dunaway was disqualified after the discovery of his altered rear springs. Initially, the cars were known as the strictly stock division and raced with virtually no modifications on the factory models. This division was renamed the Grand National Division beginning in the 1950 season. Over a period of more than a decade, modifications for both safety and performance were allowed, and by the mid-1960s, the vehicles were purpose-built race cars with a stock-appearing body. Please like, subscribe, and comment on the next video you want to see.